Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a teleporter in Fortnite Creative. So as you guys just watched, I went from that teleporter down there to up here into this teleporter. And if you guys want to know how to make this, then stay tuned to watch the whole video. So guys, this idea was actually from another YouTuber by the name of Blue Drive. If you guys get to the end of this video and you guys are still confused by how to make this, then just go watch his video. He does a really good explanation of how this all works and how to actually make one. So yeah. But anyways, let's get into this tutorial. Alright guys, so to start off, to make the teleporter, you're not actually like you're teleporting, but like you're simulating it by using this glitch with the barrier. So when you trigger this trigger device, it's gonna set off this barrier, and when it does that, Fortnite doesn't allow you to be stuck in a barrier. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna kick you out, and it's gonna move you to the nearest spot. And in this case, the nearest spot will be going to this block right here. And so for the settings for this barrier, really just change the width to 5 and the depth to 5, and then the height to 2, and then enable when receiving from channel 1. And so what this is gonna do is it's gonna kick you out from here, this barrier, and it's gonna move you forward. So now guys, as you guys can see, whenever I run over the trigger device, it's gonna move me to the next block forward. And there you go. Alright guys, so now now that you guys know how to move forward with the barrier blocks, now I'm gonna show you guys how to move up with the barrier blocks. So what you guys are gonna want to do is make this setup, put a barrier block underneath, make sure the width is 4, the depth is 4, and the barrier height is 2. And then also make sure enable and receiving from channel 2, and then put the trigger device right on top of the barrier. And so really guys, as you guys will see when going throughout this tutorial, really the main thing you want to keep in mind is that whenever you put the barrier down, make sure whatever direction you're going in, just make sure that direction is the smallest away from the trigger device. So as you guys can see, the depth away from it is longer than the height, so that means and the width, so that means you're gonna be going up no matter what. So guys, now I'm going to show you guys what this will look like when you run over the trigger device and you get teleported up. So now whenever you run over it, you're now 1 block above wherever, or the trigger device. Okay guys, so now that you know how to move forward with the barrier blocks, and now you know how to move up, now if you combine these two together, you can actually move forward, you can teleport forward. So you have a barrier block like you did for moving forward, and you have the trigger device here. The trigger device, just turn it to triggered on transmit on channel 3. But also for the barrier block, make sure barrier width is 7, barrier depth is 7, and barrier height is 2. And then also enable when receiving from channel 3. Another thing you guys want to keep with the barrier blocks is enabled. You want to have that disabled. So then for the height, for the trigger device, just keep it when triggered transmit on channel 4. And also for the barrier, barrier width, keep it to 4, barrier depth, keep it to 4, and barrier height, put it to 2. And then also enable when receiving from channel 4. So guys, now that you have combined the two barriers together, now here's what it'll look like when you go move forward and up. So now we are 1 block ahead and 1 block above from where the first trigger device was at. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for how to teleport. And if you guys want to make it bigger, like how I did for my first one, really just keep scaling it up and make sure for whenever you move forward, make sure the barrier height is at least 3 blocks lower than the barrier depth and width. But if you guys do want to know how I made mine, so for mine, I actually moved from the trigger device. You're actually going to be moved forward 3, and then you're going to be pushed up 2, and then you're going to be moved forward 1 or 2 blocks. So that's it's a little bit complicated, but so essentially what this is for the first move forward 3 blocks. Here are the settings, and then also disable and receiving from channel 8. That's another. This barrier block is the one that's going to be moving you up. It's barrier width 6, barrier width depth 6, and barrier height 4, and then channel 6 and channel 8. And then for the last one, for the one that will move you from this block right here and then push you forward 2 blocks, that one, the settings for that barrier are barrier width 12, barrier depth 12, and barrier height 4. And then also the channels are 7 and 8. So guys, now that you guys, that's basically the whole teleportation part of this. But then when you're done, if you want to disable all those barriers, what you're going to want to do is put another trigger device right where you're going to teleport out from your teleportation. And for the settings, all you're going to want to change is when trigger transmit on channel 8. And so now what that's going to do is that's going to disable all the barriers before, and now you can go, that'll enable you to be able to go back to the area before. So guys, for one more time, I'm going to show you guys what this will look like when you have it all done. And so you walk through, and then you're teleported up, and then also the trigger device will also disable all this, and now you can go back to here. So that's pretty much it for today's tutorial, guys. If you guys are still confused, like I said at the beginning of the video, Blue Drive also made a video on this. He did a really good explanation on the basics of this and how to actually make it. So go check out his video if you guys are still confused on how to make this. But yeah, if you guys want to see more videos, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.